Captain Jack Sparrow searches for the Trident of Poseidon. Hey guys, how's it going? This is Michael.
This is Kyle.
And this is our review of the Pirates of the Caribbean Dead Man Tale No Tales official teaser trailer number 1. All right.
You always have the hardest jobs, I've realized, when you have to say what we're reviewing.
I'm not a scripted person. You can't put a script in front of me and expect me to go out and read off of it.
Yeah, you're all improv. Good job, Michael Scott.
I am all improv. Anyway, guys, if there's one thing we needed, it is another Pirates of the Caribbean that is half-baked, halfway thought through.
Okay, so you're saying that, but I actually I thought the second and third one were not nearly as good as the first one or the fourth one. Okay, agreed. They were rushed and put together. And if you know anything about their film production...
to be fair, they didn't have a storyline for the other Pirates of the Caribbean because there's only one Pirates of the Caribbean ride, and they kind of took all the jazz from that ride. They took all the ideas from that ride and put it in the first one. So they had to go off of nothing for the second one. So that's
I would say that the novelty of maybe Captain Jack Sparrow kind of wore off throughout the trilogy of that film a little bit.
The novelty of Captain Jack Sparrow. No, that was terrible.
Well, we have to edit that out.
Anyway, let's go ahead and get this clip rolling. I'm curious to see what they've come up with. What, this is like 3 years after the last one? Like, how long was it after the last one?
I have no idea what this one's about. I haven't seen it, haven't heard. I mean, I've put off watching it because, I wanted to wait to do this with you. But I want to see what it's about. I'm curious to see if it's going to be any good. So.
Okay, well, let's go ahead and end all your suspense and watch it right now.
But the last movie was on Stranger Tides. That was the name of the last movie, and that was the Fountain of Youth one. All right.
Fair enough.
But you just said that they look for the Trident of Poseidon.
They do look for the Trident of Poseidon. So let's. I want to see. Now, is it a trident or is it a fork?
That's a good question. The fork of Poseidon.
Because sometimes it is depicted as a fork. Sometimes. So let's see. Disney, as always.
There's nothing wrong with Disney.
No, I love Disney.
Wow, that looks pretty.
Jack Sparrow. Do you know this pirate?
Only by name.
Find Sparrow for me and relay a message from Capitan Salazar and tell him death would go straight for him. Would you say that to him, please?
Wow.
Okay, so not. What are you wowing about? I don't really know that I understood what just happened.
Well, okay, because when I was first watching it, I was thinking, holy crap, is that Will Turner? Like, is he killing? Is because he was crewing the crew of the Damned or whatever,
Yeah.
And I was like, is that Orlando Bloom basically being like, Jack Sparrow made me do this, captain the dead ship or whatever, and that's him coming back for revenge. And I'm like, oh, what if Will Turner is the villain in this one? Like, how cool would that be?
Okay, that would be really cool.
But now what it looks like, this guy's the villain, Captain Sullivan. Was that what his name was?
Yeah, something like that.
Looks like he's the villain, and then will have his army of the dead help out Jack Sparrow, that one that he's crewing, guiding passengers to the underworld. I don't know if that's what you would call it, but you know, the afterlife or whatever. So I was really excited when I thought that Will was going to be the villain. I was like, oh, that's so cool. But the visuals with the hair and everything, that was really cool.
It looked like he was in water, didn't it? It looked like he was in water and it was kind of flowing.
Yeah, it's like he would move and then his hair would move and he'd move back and then his hair would move back. You know, like it was. I really like the visuals on that. I'm sure some people will think it's like CG or too CG, but
which I mean, it looked CG.
If there's one thing that the Pirates movies I think did very, very well, it's the visual effects where I thought were really good. Especially remember on Davy Jones, the squid face, right? Yeah. That was really good, and I have to commend. I think it's Industrial Light and Magic who does the visual effects for them. They did a great job. So I don't expect anything different from this one from a visual perspective. I think it'll be just as good, if not better, than the other ones. Yeah. But I really like the villain. I at least from his talking, and you know, it's got that sort of mix between like a Davy Jones, but also like a Joker type like feel from him, like a little bit. So,
or at least he's polite.
Yeah,
asking please.
Would you tell him that, please? Like that. It was. I actually, you know, but I actually like that in a villain, like a little bit unhinged. I think an unhinged villain is much more interesting than a typical villain for the sake of being a villain. Or
it's more personable, right? So you can connect to them a little bit more. That's kind of seems to be where all the villains are going now, or kind of just a little off.
Although if you're Jack Sparrow, don't you have to question your life? Like, why are you pissing off people like this all the time? Like, why are you?
He's not only pissing off alive people, but he's pissing off the undead as well.
Davy Jones had a vendetta against him. He's not somebody I want to mess with. This Sulliver guy has a vendetta against him. Blackbeard had a vendetta against him. You know, there's just. I feel like at some point you need to reprioritize what's going on in your life so you don't maybe make all these mistakes.
Well, that's the hook or the draw to Captain Jack Sparrow is that he does what he wants.
Oh, do you remember the movie Oculus?
Yeah, it's like one of my favorite scary movies of all time.
I want to say that kid was the kid from Oculus, the brother,
I have no idea.
So I could be wrong, but. What if that was like Will's son, Will Turner's son? Because he did have a son at the end of that one movie, right?
Yeah. I mean, all grown up. That's interesting.
Yeah. And the kid, the actor, looked exactly like the brother from Oculus. Now, I think I would have to look that up, but that looks like that actor. Yeah. I only say that because I saw Oculus recently again. With a friend, and that reminded me of.
Well, it looks like Jeffrey Rush, who is Captain Barbossa. I'm looking at the IMDb right now. It looks like he is in the movie. So Barbossa is in the movie. Will Turner, Orlando Bloom is in the movie. A notable not mention in the IMDb is Keira Knightley. She's not in the movie.
I heard she wasn't going to be in this movie.
Yeah, so she's probably off getting a paternity test for her son. That you know, I say that it's kind of he made that joke right before we aired, and I'm like, I'm just gonna pocket that one and then use it right in the middle of the video.
You're taking my jokes, man. You're taking my jokes. Keira Knightley's not in this movie because I don't know. She sees Will once every 10 years. I would be off getting a paternity test just to make sure.
A weird mention IMDb credit for this movie is Paul McCartney. Paul McCartney. There's no name next to him, so I assume maybe he's just doing some of the music. But he is getting an actor note, so maybe we'll see Paul McCartney somewhere.
Who was there was some rock legend played Jack Sparrow's dad in the third movie, and I don't remember who.
Was it Paul McCartney? I have no idea.
If it was, then they might bring him back. I don't remember. You know, I'm not a Beatles fan.
Yeah,
the Beagles.
No. The Beagles. How could you not be? You just dropped half of our audience by saying.
I am so sorry. Fan. Well, then we've.
Okay, guys, I am a Beatles fan.
Okay, you are. I'm not a big fan of the Beagles or whatever their name is.
The Beagles. But Pirates of the Caribbean. This is what, the fourth movie? Fifth movie now. Okay.
It was the original trilogy and then the Fountain of Youth one.
Okay, I saw the first one, obviously, one of the greatest movies, I think. I think people can unanimously agree that this is top 10. top
because
10 of one of the
I want to
greatest
say because
movies.
it was a delightful surprise. I don't think anyone thought the first
No,
Pirates
nobody
of the
thought it was
Caribbean
going to
was
be
going
good,
to be.
especially, you know,
as-
coming from the pretext, you know, everybody knew Pirates of the Caribbean as the ride at Disneyland.
Yeah,
you know?
and I remember the joke at the time was, oh my god, Disney's making a movie about one of their rides now. Like, that's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
And then
but,
that turned out to be one of the best movies that
But
Pixar,
again-
that Disney
yeah.
has done.
Yeah, but again, the second and third one weren't great movies, but they were fine to watch. I'd have a hard time watching
I don't
them
even
over
know
and
if
over
they were fine to watch. I mean, that kind of, but
They
any
were a
case-
spectacle. It was muddy storytelling and muddy story.
it
wasn't
looked like
terrible movie.
like this movie, Dead Men Tell No Tales, is going to be, from what I gathered from right there, it looked like it's more of the same. That's what it looked like. It looked like it was dreary,
Yeah.
had a lot of effects. To me, it looked like it was more of the same. No, you don't agree?
No, I think it looks so much better than the second and third one, and obviously the first one's the best. I would put the fourth one is the next best, and I think this one might be the second best when it's all said and done. And again, I'm basing it on a teaser trailer, but I like the visuals. I like where they were going. I get it. It's another villain for Jack Sparrow. Just an excuse to see him again. But if it's done correctly, I think. I like the feel and the tone of this one so far. Again, it's a teaser trailer. Let me see a full-length trailer, and I'll get back to you on that. But right now, I like the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. I'm excited when they come out. I was disappointed in the second and third one, but I'm always get excited when they come out. I think it's a fun ride.
Fair enough. Okay, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for joining us on the Pirates of the Caribbean Dead Men Tell No Tales teaser trailer. As always, please subscribe. We will be coming out with more videos on more trailers as they come out. We also have a couple down the pipeline that are not necessarily teaser trailer videos, so definitely stay tuned for that. And as always, this is Michael.
This is Kyle.
And this has been a critique on the universe of trailers.
Later.